Okay, so we're gonna continue on with our triple threat. So I'm gonna be on my teammate's side, so triple threat from side control. We've already learned how to do the Americana. We've also learned how to do the straight arm lock, right? So we did Americana, we did the straight arm lock. But now what happens when the person completely wraps my arm and he beat me, so I missed one, I missed two, and now he's wrapped my arm. Whenever someone wraps your arm, this is, easy money. This is, a simple submission. So step one, I'm gonna turn my palm up. You can put your hand on the head, you can put your hand on the mat, but I need to pull him up by pushing off the mat with this hand as I slide my hand, not to his shoulder, but to his tricep. Because with this now, as I slide, I'm gonna pull him up all the way on his back and lock my elbow and my ear on his, lock my elbow in front of his stomach and my ear on his hip. Now, big detail here is, if he's like a clock, I don't want him to be like 10 o'clock, because even if I hold him, he could always blast back to his back. So I want him to be more like, this is 12 o'clock, I want him to be more like 1 o'clock, so he has further to go. And lock your ear down on his hip. Now when you're with your partner, I want you to ask your partner, can you go back to your back? Good. Can you go to your stomach? Good. So my elbow is blocking him from going to his stomach, and my ear and my hand on his tricep is blocking him from going to his back. Let me just rotate you. Now, once I'm here, I'm gonna step over the head. So I push the head down, I step over, and for this one, I'm gonna drop my knee on his back right between his shoulder blades or beyond, because I wanna pinch his back so that he cannot go back on his back, because I've lost the head pressure. So now, try and go back to your back. Okay, this is what I want. Now, I'm gonna let him, so the first one we're gonna do actually without the hand grip. So we're gonna do without the hand grip. So now I need to attack this top arm. Just drop this leg for me. Step one, I'm gonna connect my hands together and I'm gonna bring my hands in front of, so not here, in front of his arm. Now I'm gonna do that same kind of grip that we've been using for the Americana. 5 fingers on top, 5 fingers on top. From here, I lock my body to his arm, lift by hinging at my hips, and then bring his wrist down towards my knee. Don't lead with the elbow. Make sure the wrist goes down towards the knee. But what happens if he locks his hands together here? So I do everything correct, but I can't bring his hand behind his back. We have two good scenarios. The first scenario is I bring my shin over his bicep and I put my shin on his bicep. Now don't try and use your arms and pull like this. Instead, lock your elbows together, bring yourself close to the arm, and then hinge your hips up so you're using your back, and then bring the wrist down towards your knee. So another tool you can use is when you hinge your, hold on to your hands please. When you hinge your hips up, I push his hand down. It's kind of counterintuitive, but what's happening is it's twisting his wrist like this, or twisting his shoulder like this, it becomes weaker. So as he's holding, I lift, but I push his hand down, and that makes it easy for me to break. Now, sometimes, hold your hands together again. Sometimes you're gonna be going with really strong people, they're really tucked, I can't bring my knee into the bicep. Another option is just to step up and bring your shin on his knuckles to peel the knuckles off, and then lift up and go down for the submission. Okay, so those are several good options. That was a third option for a triple threat. We're gonna have another option in the next video, our arm bar, but that was the Kimura.